I appreciate the chance to meet with you today, and I don't know if there's anything here that's going to fit your needs, but we'll go through it. Each of the areas that we work with, like decreasing debt, increasing cash flow, reducing taxes. We also we also specify specialize in life insurance and annuities, and how we possibly can change years of your retirement age. After that, if you are interest on your part, I'll gather some information and we'll get back together at another point and go through some specifics. There's nothing to buy today. Isn't that great? Federal Financial Group is a national company representing insurance companies and financial groups uh, that have $1 billion worth of assets. Um, and they've been around for 100 years. What we do is teach people about money, how it works, and how it makes it work better for you. Specifically, one goal is shaving years of to help you become financial independent. What that means is the interest you earn on your money is put away, replaces what you normally would earn from a business or a salary. At that point, you don't have to work anymore. You can choose to, but you don't have to. Have to. That's financial independence. What would you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know how to get there sooner? That's where I'm headed. What I do is touch on some of the issues and challenges that face us today, and then talk about the solutions. First off, look at the last 10 years. Income has risen, and inflation has risen just as fast. So, what happens? People tend to be going into debt and using the credit cards more and more, and they just get lack of security, poor saving habits that create some real problems. Now, this is the point. Out of 100 people were to retire today at 65, how many would be financially secured? That being 35,000 a year income. Pretty close. 4 people. So what is the other 96 doing? They move in with their favorite child, they do on welfare, or they continue to work like Walmart. And you've seen them. Um, the other day, one of my colleagues were in at Wendy's, and there was a elderly woman there scraping gum off the floor. She's down here. She had no business being down there scraping gum, but she had to make a living. So, scraping gum. Is that what I want to do at 65? I don't think so, and I don't think you do either. So, here are the solutions. We work with key areas involving 7 steps to help you build your financial future. We weave these together: increase cash flow, get out of debt, reduce taxes, and retire as soon as possible if desired. The goal is here to obtain financial independence much quicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these quickly. If you have any questions, stop me and we'll get through these as soon as possible. Step 1, here are the solutions. Inspect what you expect. All right. In order to put a sound financial plan together for you, I have to know what you are spending now. Because if you tell me you need $2,000 a month for your other incomes, other expenses besides utilities, and you need $3,000, that isn't going to hunt. Not going to work at all. So we need to know how much you're spending now. The second one is to increase your cash flow. Now, a lot of times we can do this by just looking at what you got back from taxes last year. If you got $1,200, well, why don't we put $200 a month back in your paycheck and let you spend that each month. All right. Sometimes this could be easily done. Sometimes it's not. All right. So step 3 is to help you eliminate debt. Are you close to being out of debt? Is your mortgage paid? Most people are not. We have an amazing software tool that will help you, show you how to do that. And over here, we have this button, and we list out all of your creditors and their payments and what their interest rate are, and we start at the littlest one. See, here's the littlest one. And this is $100 a month. So we take this 100 and pay it on this one until it's gone. Then we take that 100 and apply it here and pay on this one till it's gone. And so far and so far. So we see, in half the time we can eliminate your debt. Okay. So that was step. Oh boy, did I make a mess. Okay. So step 4. Step 4 is the biggest, a biggie as well. It's creating an emergency fund. An emergency fund is just that. It's for emergencies. Whether it's your alternator in your car, or your washer and dryer fails out on your refrigerator, you can take that emergency fund and replace it, and it doesn't have to come out of your monthly budget income. Now, I just got my emergency fund and my alternator went out. Another thing is that the hospitals today, say your little girl got sick and you had to run her to the hospital, sometimes they won't touch her unless you put $1,000 down. Now, how sad are you going to be if you don't have that $1,000 to put down? And they won't look at your child. Okay. So that's what emergency funds are used for. Emergency fund should be safe and liquid. Get a good rate of return, better than a checking account, and should be separate and systematic. Because if your money was in a checking account, it wouldn't be there very long either. You'd spend it just like you did the others. So you should find something to put in an emergency fund. It is simple, it is powerful, and it works. All right. Step 5 is life insurance. You know, you have this nice family of 5, Brian, and all of a sudden, you're out of the picture. What does your family live on? Do you have a wonderful relative that would let them move in? Or are they sleeping under the bridge or at the rescue mission? You know, it's about planning. I know this gentleman that was traveling home after work one night, had an aneurysm, hit a tree, lay 2 months in the hospital, and then died. He needed a life insurance policy. So things can happen. Whether we accept it or not, they can happen. So I'm suggesting that you get a life insurance policy. We look at people's financial needs and bring back options that will save people money while increasing their cash flow, helping them set up a proper amount of life insurance. Now, step 6 is the biggest one. And if you listen to me, it could change the quality of your life. This is the one everyone likes best. Step 6 is building long-term income and long-term savings. Now, there are 2 elements here. You have to win, and I want to be really strong with you. You have to win these battles in order to make it financially. And if you don't follow my directions, you getting financial independence could be clear out there. So listen, and listen good. The two financial battles is the battle of inflation, which we'll talk about in a minute, and the battle of taxes. Taxes, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. And taxes can hurt you if you're not careful. So, the other battle is battle inflation. Do you know about the rule of 72? 72 is a denominator that you take the rate of interest. And the higher your rate of interest, the less time it takes for your money to double. So if you had 12% interest, it will double in 6 years. All right. So it's where we at $10,000 at 4% interest, in 36 years would grow to $40,000. All right, say you're 65, you have $40,000, the kids are grown, the house is paid, and you're ready to retire. How long would $40,000 last you? Maybe a year and a half, maybe if you're frugal. So we don't want just to have $40,000, do we? $40,000 isn't going to give us very much. All right, let me tell you another story. This probably isn't true, but could be. There's a 29-year-old that works at the bank and says, "Banker, I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 60. So how much do I have to save?" And back there you could get 5%. So the banker said $1,640. Ooh, the guy felt really bad because he didn't have $1,640 a month to put into a retirement account. So he left the bank, didn't do anything, and he's now working at Walmart. Nice young man, but he's working at Walmart because he didn't do anything. So say if you could get the battle of inflation, get 10% instead of 5. Well, now we need to get $900. Do you know anybody that could pay $900 in? There are a few, but not you and me. All right, how about the tax battle? Tax deferred. Now you'd have to have $200 to $300. Now, do you think you could put $200 to $300 a month? Yeah, probably we could. If all things being equal, yeah, probably could. So if you could put that away, do that, you would probably win the battle and probably wouldn't have to work at Walmart. So this would shave off years of your financial income, shave off years till your retirement, would make you financial steward. So if you were financial steward, what would you be doing? Where would you like to be? Ah, great idea. All right, All right. So, what are your dreams and goals? Think about it. If you were financially independent, you have options. You can do what you want, when you want, and how you want. This is step 6. So, step 7 is estates and trusts and wills. You need to plan out where you want your money to go when you're no longer here and save the chaos. Because I can tell you from experience, no matter how close family is, they're going to fight over things and things are going to disappear. So you need to write a will, and my husband has trades, so he needs to tell people where those trades are going. All right. So those are our 7 steps. Out of all of them, whether it's inspect what you expect, eliminating death, emergency fund, retirement plan, financial income, which 2 would you be interested in? Good, good, good. So, what I need to do now is make you a financial plan. As we have this form to fill out, it's called the special needs analysis. And we ask you some questions, find out what you're interested in, and I take it back and put it into our sophisticated computer software programs, and it spits you out where you can be financially independent. And this is awesome, because this is when you find out when you can retire, when you can be that financially independent. And you're going to owe me big time. Just big time, because this is really awesome. Now, my first question is, and I have several questions, and a lot of them can't be yes and no, are yes and no answers and can't be maybe. So here, if you have any major purchases that you want to do in the next 2 or 3 years, buy car or boat trip or that kind of thing? No? Okay. So let me ask you this. If I were to bring you back something that fits your need, fits your income, is this something you would be willing to do? Yes. Do you need to, would you like to do it right away, this month, next month, this month? And let's see. And is there anybody else that has to help you with that decision? All right. Now, if we can do this for you, can we do this for your best buddies so that they can be financially independent and travel the world with you after you retire? Okay. All right. Thank you for meeting with me, and I do need to set a date where we can get back together tomorrow at 10. All right, tomorrow at 10 it is, and thank you for meeting with me. And if there's any questions, I'll be free to ask. Thanks.